You know, the Atlanta Falcons, I'm not sure what the opposite of a secret is, but it's as if the only person or people who don't know that Bijan Robinson is a terrific running back is Raheem Morris and their offensive coordinator. Those are the only two people that don't seem to know Bijan Robinson is a great player. Because in a game where the Falcons had to start their backup quarterback, who is Kirk Cousins, who is a guy that you don't have faith in, where you can put the game on his back and so on and so forth, you decide to give your star running back, I don't even think he had 15 touches in the entire game, and you lost. Like, I don't understand it with the Falcons. Like, you are in a division where, at least when the season started, I thought you had a chance of. You don't have a chance. You don't have a chance of winning the division anyway. They've got a shot at the playoffs, but they're just not a serious team. The Falcons are not serious. And you know when this all started? Last year, when they signed Kirk Cousins for however much guaranteed, 80 million, 100 million, I can't remember what it was. And then you turn around and drafted Michael Penix in the top 10. That's when I knew you guys weren't serious, but it just continues. And I don't understand it. Just run the ball. Just run the ball. That's it. The Falcons, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. One game, literally last week, Bijan had like 150 total yards. And then this week, 15 touches, 12 touches, and that's it. I don't get it. But, Raheem Morris is forgotten all the nine. So, other thing I wanted to mention is Brian Kelly is fired at LSU, which now gets another job opening. We've got Florida, we've got LSU, we've got Penn State, and the person that seems to be on the top of the list, at least for those SEC schools, is Lane Kiffin. I'm not quite sure where he's going to end up, but he may stay. I have no idea. But it leads you to wonder and think that if you they're in this hiring cycle, and now this doesn't include a lot more of the other head coaches who are employed, but this hiring cycle, Lane Kiffin seems to be the guy that teams want. Like, he's number one on everybody's list in general. And if you're not a team in that kind of upper echelon as far as your jobs, and you're not happy with your coach, like, do you just suck it up for another year? And the team that I'm thinking about, and I actually texted this to my buddy Dre, was Florida State with Mike Norvell. If you're Florida State, do you just, no matter how the rest of this season goes, it's not going well, but no matter how the rest of this season goes, do you just give it another go with Mike Norvell? Simply because, number one, you're going to have to pay him a buyout, which we see these buyouts are $50 million plus. Then you also are going to have to pay the new coach coming in $10, $11, $12 million a year. Instead of starting that now, right? Typically the buyouts get a little bit smaller year by year. So I haven't looked into this at all, but the hope is next year the buyout will be even a little lower. But next year, if you're the first team to make a move with your head coach, then maybe you're able to get the number one guy in the cycle. Because the last thing you want is to fire Mike Norvell and then you have to hire a guy that you're not really in love with, or just someone that you don't feel great about. Like, you want to feel great about that hire, and if you get the fourth or fifth best coach in the cycle, although he may be a great coach, right? Do you feel great about that hire? Versus, listen, we don't think Mike Norvell's a dummy. Now, he's not having success, and this whole portal recycle thing is not going well. We need to change that strategy a bit. but he's not an idiot. We know he can coach. Do we support him for another year? See what we can do as far as recruiting goes. Another year. I mean, he's not dealing with a gauntlet in the ACC, but I mean, when you're Florida State, you're actually the bottom of the barrel. Everyone's beating you. But would they be better off having him come back for another year? The ideal scenario is that it works. It's that, hey, next year we're 8-4, 9-3, and we're competing for the ACC. But even if it doesn't work, next year buyout's a little lower. You terminate him then, and your job is number one on the list as far as job goes. That's option B. But option A is, hey, Mike Norvell actually got it turned around and we were 13-1. That's the ideal scenario. But I wonder if teams will do that. I also get the rationale of, no, he's not getting it done, get rid of him. I get that too. But I'm not a well, who are we gonna get guy as far as, when you have to fire coaches, things like that. But you also don't want to be fifth in line for, as far as job rankings that are open. So not quite sure what's going to happen. But only time will tell. That's it for me. Peace.